60 frequently asked questions about learning musical perfect pitch, ear training, and sight singing for young musicians. Created and presented by Juilliard Graduate David Livianu. Question 39. What is the Livianu method for ear training and sight singing for young musicians? Listen, sing, repeat. This is my formula for success. Many years ago, when I was a high school student in the early 70s, I practiced a number of exercises that developed my ability to understand, write, and reproduce the notes in scales, intervals, and various types of chords. As the years went by, I realized the importance and value of having a well-trained musical ear and the ability to sing at will using solfege. To this day, I can visualize and hear internally the sounds and types of scales, intervals, and chords I want to play or create. The exercises I used to practice as a youngster were not formalized or written down, but rather were carefully handed down orally in classroom practice or assigned as homework by our dedicated and foresightful music teachers in Romania. Slowly but surely, I put pen to paper, writing and reorganizing many of these exercises while adding a few new ones into what I considered to be an all-encompassing, efficient, cohesive, and universally acceptable standard method of ear training and sight singing for young musicians. This method, however, only applies to Western music that uses the 12-tone tempered system, also known as the tonal system. I believe that every child has the right to a music education. My work outside of music as a humanitarian and children's rights advocate made me understand that besides other fundamental rights that all children have, education is not a privilege but also a basic human right. Sadly enough, many politicians and educators in our country and elsewhere view music education as a dispensable subject as soon as there are budget cuts and so on. For more information about my writings and humanitarian work, you can go to www.youtube.com/global adoptions. The importance of music education for children has been well documented by respected scientists all over the world. This is why I came up with the idea of the I Learn Music for Free series via the powerful medium which is YouTube. Now, every child, anywhere, anytime, can access my exercises and practice them for free at www.youtube.com/I Learn Music for Free. Number 4 instead of the word for. Learning music starts with singing, and deliberate practice makes perfect. There are 3 educational principles that guide this work: listening, singing, and repetition, also known as practice. Number 1, listening and singing teaches the ear to focus selectively and with purpose. Just as a GPS device in your car triangulates your position to guide you to a destination while you drive, the same way, by knowing and being aware of your reference sound, the audio anchor La A 440 Hz, you can locate and learn the exact aural location of the other notes and also the different types of note combinations, intervals, triads, seventh chords, and so on. Number 2, singing and reading music are the fastest way to absorb the theoretical facts of the ear training and sight singing exercises. And 3, practice or repetition is the only way to develop, encode, and forever embed this knowledge skill and integrate it in your general music development, whether you are a budding professional musician or a music lover. You need to practice with dedication or deliberately, meaning that you have to do things on purpose and focus on the task at hand. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Each exercise has 2 important steps: listening and singing. Alternating between listening and singing each exercise is critical for the permanent development of absolute pitch and relative pitch acuity. These 2 skills, commonly known as musical perfect pitch, will forever stay with you, helping in the understanding, recognition, and recreation of various melodic and harmonic patterns, scales, intervals, chords, and individual pitches. These 2 skills need to be integrated in the overall musical training, whether it is performance or composition. Otherwise, they're useless. I sincerely hope that the Livianu method for ear training and sight singing will help children everywhere as much as it has helped my children and many other musicians. For more information, questions, or comments, send an email to david@livianu.com. That's David at L as in Louis, I, V Victory, I, A, N as in Nancy, U.com. David@livianu.com.